What's up, everyone? So in this video I want to share with you the 3 types of people that will pay you for crypto consulting, and then a bonus one that you can also look into. So when I talk to my clients, they always ask, like, hey, who's gonna pay? Why is someone gonna pay? Why would someone pay you if they can find the information online? And before I tell you who the type of people are, the first thing you gotta know is when people buy stuff, right, they're not necessarily buying that thing. They're buying what the thing brings to them, right? The value that it brings to them, or the perceived value of that thing. Like when I bought this truck, I didn't just want a truck, right? I wanted what the truck could do for me, and I wanted what the truck could make me feel like when having that, right? The utility of that. So that's what I really bought. I bought the utility that is unlocked by having a truck, and it works great. I live in the mountains. I need 4x4. I go, on 4-wheel drive trails. I go camping. I go snowboarding. It snows. Like, I need something that's capable that won't leave me stranded in a snowstorm or leave me stranded in the middle of nowhere. Right? So I needed those feelings of security. So that's one of the key things. When people pay for something, especially when it comes to consulting, they are paying for saving time, for security, for feeling better, for confidence, a whole host of things. And there are tons of people out there. So let's get into the people that will pay you, right? That and happily pay you. First thing is, don't work with people that aren't willing to pay you, that don't see the value of your advice. If someone's like, hey, oh, that's too expensive, or, I can get that for free. It's like, cool, yeah, here's some resources, send them on their way, right? They'll either be back or, they'll figure it out on their own. Good for them, right? Only work with the people that actually value your advice, value your time, value their time, and are willing to implement. Mentor would always say, hey, I don't want to work with people who are cheap on the way to their success, and I want to work with people who know the value of good advice and take action when they're given that advice. So the first type of person is the complete crypto noob, crypto and Bitcoin noob. This person, they have money, they want to pay you, they have no idea where to start. They haven't bought anything before, but they know it's time. And this is a good person because they don't have any bad habits, right? They haven't been tainted by any sort of ups and downs in the markets. And so you can really help this person build a good foundation. So that's person number 1. Person number 2, and there's gonna be a lot of these people going forward, both person number 1 and person number 2. Person number 2 is the person who perhaps their friend convinced them to buy some crypto, right? Buy Bitcoin or whatnot, had them sign up for an exchange, something like Coinbase or whatnot. They bought some, and maybe this is like a working middle class person or upper middle class person, so they have a good amount of disposable income. So they could have several $1,000s, multiple $1,000s in this thing, which to them is still a lot of money, but not a fortune. And they have no idea what they're doing, right? They don't know anything about cold storage wallet. They don't know anything about seed phrases. They don't know the risk of having their crypto on an exchange. So they're kind of blissfully ignorant. And this person will come to you when they realize how much risk they have by being in their current position and not knowing what to do next, right? They might hear about an exchange going down, or hear about them potentially losing their crypto, or we hit a bull market, and now that their $10,000 or $20,000 worth of crypto is $100,000 or $200,000 worth of it. So they have substantially more money, and they're like, oh crap, I gotta get serious about that. So that's type 2. They will pay you for your help, and if they do, they'll be smart, because if they don't pay you, I've heard too many stories about people trying to get clever, people trying to do things on their own and they're out of their depth, and scammers just took everything. And I don't want that to happen to anyone, and you don't want that to happen to anyone either. Which brings us to the third type of person. This type of person is a crypto expert, right? They've been around, they know what they're doing, but you have a specific set of knowledge or perspective that they are willing to pay for because they're trying to increase their knowledge. And this is a great person to work with because they're like, hey, I like what you're doing. I like what you're working on. I will pay you so that I can add your skill set to what I already have, right? They know crypto, they just want to acquire your skill. Not a bad thing. Right? And this is a good tactic to take over the long term of developing a niche within the space so that you become the expert in that area, so other experts in other arenas seek you out. And not only do you have clients, but also you're building a network of other people that are influential, that have areas of expertise. So I highly recommend focusing on this for the long term. It's more of a long-term approach because it takes more time to get the skills to draw these people in, but they will pay you, and they'll typically pay you well when they do. And finally, the bonus person that will pay you is not necessarily a person, but it's a business, right? Businesses seeking to understand crypto, particularly crypto payments. That's going to be a big thing, or crypto treasury strategies, treasury reserve strategies, kind of like what MicroStrategy has done. These type of businesses will pay you, and the examples are pretty clear. When you really start thinking about it, and as time goes on, it'll become more and more abundant. Payment processors taking excessive fees. I see coffee shops that have Cash App, where you can pay with Cash App, which is great. But the cool thing is Cash App is integrated Bitcoin. They may not understand how those work together, and they may hire you as a consultant to help them and their team understand those type of payments. Great opportunity. I heard of a store whose payment processor went down one day. If you're a business, if you're a small business, especially high volume, restaurant, coffee shop, anything like that, and your payment processor goes down, right, that can totally destroy your sales for that day and can take you offline. So having a backup, having an alternative where you know it's going to work whenever you want, something like using OpenNode, or something like setting up wallets so you can take Bitcoin payments and things like that, being set up and being prepared for that, there's tremendous opportunity and tremendous potential for businesses to use that, not only to be a backup if their processors go down, but also a clever marketing strategy and tool. So they will be willing to pay you, and those business contracts can sometimes, and lots of times, be much larger and more lucrative than just working with an individual. So anyways, those are the 3 types of people and the bonus person that will pay you to do crypto consulting. So let me know if you agree or disagree, or what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.